everyone, I'm Tania Glenn. Welcome to my YouTube channel. Today we are going to talk about moral injuries. Hi everyone, I'm Tania Glenn. Welcome to my YouTube channel. So today I'm joined by Maggie Bradford from my practice. Maggie, you want to introduce yourself?
Sure. My name's Maggie. I've been with the practice for just a little over 3 years. I'm one of the therapists on the team.
So today Maggie's joining me and we're going to talk to you guys about moral injuries. So moral injuries are often frequently sort of misdiagnosed as post-traumatic stress disorder. And there is some sort of overlap in this, but there's also some really strong differences. So the moral injury is when we go through an event and we can't change the outcome. So as you know, first responders and veterans, military members, you guys are trained to maintain control and stay in control and change the outcome for the good. And when you can't, and the outcome is horrible or awful or bad, what happens is people sustain what we call a moral injury. So for example, in combat, this is when people use women and children as human shields, and certain actions have to be taken to protect our troops, and it is never ever pretty. Or for like our police, fire, and EMS, it's when you can't get there fast enough, you can't change the outcome, or you have to make a decision that involves saving lives but sacrificing others. And people walk away from that really struggling, understandably, and the result is what we call a moral injury. So Maggie's going to talk to you guys about the difference between PTSD and a moral injury so that it just kind of becomes clearer for you guys.
The biggest difference between PTSD and a moral injury is that with a moral injury, you're going to have all the classic hallmarks of PTSD without the hypervigilance and the extreme startle responses. So you're still going to have like continuous replay of the event that happened. You're still going to have the irritability, the very quick jump to just being incredibly agitated and activated. All of those things are very present. You might still have the night terrors experience that people often have as well. But again, the big difference is what's missing is that extreme startle response and the hypervigilance.
I think the biggest outcome for folks who have a moral injury is there's a sense of betrayal or feeling let down or not feeling backed up. And obviously this is a really convoluted human process that people go through. The treatment we use is really similar to actually PTSD. We do a lot of EMDR for moral injuries. And what happens in the process of doing EMDR, and I think you'll agree 100%, is that people's perspective changes. So as people process the trauma, what they do is they see it in a different light. Whereas before EMDR, it's like, I was helpless, I failed, I screwed up. In the aftermath of EMDR, a lot of folks are really able to see that, well, I did the best I could. It wasn't perfect circumstances, it wasn't pretty, it wasn't Hollywood and glamorous, but I did the best I could with the resources that I have. So I think what we would really want to encourage people to do is if this is going on for you, you deserve the same level of help, even if your life was never in danger, which is of course the precursor for post-traumatic stress disorder. It is a very, very valid phenomenon, and we do want you to get help. Anything you want to add?
I think you nailed it.
Right. Thank you guys. We'll see you in the next video.